This year, 130 4th and 5th grade students at Hermosa Drive and Woodcrest elementary schools learned to create their own computer programs. They used iPads, iPad minis, iPods, and laptop computers, whatever hardware was available to them. They developed critical thinking skills, such as sequencing, learning how to break large tasks into smaller parts, predicting the outcome of a series of commands, and then testing to see if their predictions were accurate. Problem solving, beginning with design questions, such as, what do I want to create? What steps do I need to take to make that happen? And what resources do I have at my disposal? Systematic reasoning, using the logical constructs of a programming language, such as events to trigger your code, variables to store key values, loops to repeat a series of instructions again and again, and conditional statements to test whether something is true and have the computer follow one set of instructions if it is, and another if it is not. They applied math to solve real problems, such as x and y coordinates to position a character on screen, negative numbers to move that character, angles and degrees to rotate it, variables in greater than and less than to store the position, size, or color of the character and evaluate it, radius and diameter, such as for the ball in this Pong game, and absolute value to handle collision with the walls. And this is what they created: works of art and animation, user interfaces, and games.
Computer programming really brings out my artistic and creative side, which I don't use that often.
I used to just go on to Khan Academy to browse and play the programs, but now I create them.
I just made a little racing game where when one of the sprites bumps into the wall, they go back to where the starting line is, but it's like the finish line. So when they stop, then it's going to mean they're the winner.
I was surprised to be one of the ones who was helping other people.
Students frequently ask each other for help, share what they have created, and explain how they made it.
Because of you, some of my programs have been voted up and spun off.
Some students even upload their projects to an online community where other students can provide feedback by voting for their favorite programs and even add to them in a spin-off.
I really liked when you let us share our programs that we made from home.
An excellent example of this kind of communication, collaboration, and sharing comes from a comment placed by a student inside a program she uploaded to the online community. This is what she said.
I have tried my best to explain what everything means and what it does. My proof is the 43 comments in the program, not including this one. If you still need more help, I would be more than happy to answer any questions.
Engagement is very high, with 30 to 40% of students in each class continuing to program at home or doing free time at school.
I have made at least 10 programs in the past 7 weeks.
I've made about 4 to 5 new programs after you left.
I have made tons and tons of spin-offs and programs.
Programming is one of my hobbies. I continue to learn more and more.
Mr. Kollmansberger inspired me to go an hour of code on Khan Academy to learn more about computer programming. My free time became programming time.
Even more exciting, programming becomes a tool students choose to apply to other assignments.
I make programs on my own now. For the Painted Orange event, I was thinking on what to make. I decided to make a program. If you hadn't taught me the 10 lessons, I would have made a program.
I have thought about creating a program about the gold rush, since that is what we are learning about. Thank you for helping me with my mission project. Everyone loved it.
For some, learning to program is even a life-changing experience.
When you came, the experience totally impacted my life. A hobby of mine is creating programs because you have come to help us. I can honestly say that this is my favorite hobby now. Making programs and watching them come to life is so cool.
Making the game more complicated each time made me have more confidence in myself, creating an urge to participate in more activities like volleyball and school plays. You have impacted my life immensely.
Students are eager and ready to embrace programming and STEM at far younger ages than most of us realize. These kids are hungry to be equipped for the challenges of the future. They are waiting on us, not the other way around. This is good news because these students are desperately needed.
Learning these skills isn't just important for your future, it's important for our country's future. If we want America to stay on the cutting edge, we need young Americans like you to master the tools and technology that will change the way we do just about everything.
U.S. companies frequently hire a significant number of computer programmers from outside the United States because they cannot find enough qualified candidates at home. The United Kingdom becomes the latest country to teach programming to kids as young as 5. Yet in the United States, programming is being offered in only 10% of American high schools. U.S. News ranks software development as the #1 best job in 2014. With only a bachelor's in mathematics or computer science, new graduates enter a field where the median income is $99,000.
Don't just buy a new video game, make one. Don't just download the latest app, help design it. Don't just play on your phone, program it.
Let's extend programming opportunities to every elementary student. Thank you.
So we're going to repeat this loop 60 times. He'll rotate 60 degrees each time. Do we have a hexagon?
We do.
We have a hexagon.
We do 60.